Okay, so product table again, and now we're going to talk lenses, and we'll start with single vision. So I've actually pre-populated quite a few lenses in here. I've given them names, I've given them an index, and bearing in mind most lenses are restricted to a certain blank size. I've given a blank size, the maximum sill, the high sphere, the low sphere, and there's no price here, as in it's free, but I'm going to pop a price in now. That's per lens, that price at the end. You can put a picture in if you want, no need for that right now. Bear in mind that this data, blank sizes, sills, highest and lowest, these matter. So if you end up with trying to put a prescription in which is outside of these parameters, this lens won't show up. Okay, so let's go back. We'll call this 1.5 stock. You see there's two names. The top one is your name and the top one is the customer might see. So if you want to call it something more customer friendly, like the Genius lens, you can do that. Okay. Index, obviously you can select various indices there. So if we flick to a prescription and we're looking for this 1.5 stock lens. Okay, so I'm going to get my RX, I'm going to choose something that's within a reasonable range, I'm going to put some measurements in, 64, and it's come up with a blank size of 58, so well within all those blank sizes we put. If blank size, by the way, isn't important to you, and actually you want every lens to be available on every dispense, set all these to 90. Because hopefully you're not going to go above 90, and that will mean that the lens shows up on every dispense. If it matters to you, mainly for cost price and all those sort of things, then put the blank size in as it is and it will work it out for you. So that lens look, we've got, let me just check it's the right one, 1.5 stock. You can narrow your lenses down here just to show us all the stock lenses, and effectively that lens there is at the top, I think, for me. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Now what we can do is we can then assign various properties to these lenses. So what you'll see here is I've got one called 1.5 stock MAR, and it's got options of an MAR and a blue protect. So when I click that and add it to my dispense, and if I go into this coating section now, I've got the option of an MAR or a blue protect. Bear with me. Go back to the product table. This is our lens there, 1.5 stock MAR. Click the link button, and these buttons are already there. MAR, blue protect, Crizal. So if I add Crizal to the mix and remove MAR, go back to the dispense, let's just remove that lens there. We've now got blue protect and Crizal. We haven't got the MAR anymore. Select it, and that's within there. If we want all three, pop all three on. There you go. You've got all three options. Hope that makes sense. Now, you might say, where do those options come from? MAR, blue protect, Crizal. You might say, actually, I've got another coating. So, where does that come from? You've actually got a tab at the top called options. There you go. Crizal, MAR, blue protect. Nice and easy. So you could add another one in there with whatever Hoya's MAR is, and then you can add it to just the Hoya lenses within your collection. That way, that lens there hasn't got so many things on, and this lens has got so many things on. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'm just going to untick those things. So this 1.5 stock MAR now doesn't have any coatings. Okay, and we'll remove it from there. That's kind of how you deal with coatings. If we're dealing with tints, we have to tell the system that the lens is capable of taking a tint. Okay, so that could be a fixed tint, graduated tint, photochromic. So what I've done under attributes here, I've created two categories, photochromic and tints. Okay, category, photochromic, tintable. Then within tints, I've created myself two fixed tints, brown and grey, and that's linked to the attribute tint options. Just to go back to attributes, tint options is one of our tints. Got you? Right, so back to tints, you've got those two there, and then photochromic, there's two options, grey and brown. Photochromic options, go back to attributes, this is called photochromic options. Does that make sense? So whenever we assign photochromic options to a lens, it will give us the option of photo grey and photo brown. And then if later we add a green and a purple and a blue in there, it'll automatically cascade into our lens. So that same lens we did before, 1.5 stock MAR, we're now going to give it the option to have photochromic. Yep. Cool. Then we'll go to our product table, let's refresh, click that. That's the one, yeah, click that. We've selected the lens, there's no photochromic currently selected, but we select brown, and then we've done a brown. What you will notice is frame's £100, the lens is 20 quid, oops, and there's no upgrade for the photo brown. If you were to, in the either the tint section here, put a price in, or in your attribute here, put a price in for that, then it would give you a price upgrade on there. Hope that makes sense. It's a bit of a weird one to get your head around, but effectively you create your lens, you click link, and you put the options in that matter to you. MARs generally are the option on this side, generally, and things like tints, photochromic, polarized are options down here, or attributes down here, and attributes can have many variations, and that you put those inside the tints box. Hope that makes sense. So we'll end that one there. If you've got any questions on that, put them in the forum as usual. There will be another tutorial here on contact lenses. So yeah, tune in for that one. Thank you.